Paper Mario, I'm sure you've heard of it, the Mario franchise's premier RPG series, where half the games in it aren't even classified as RPGs. You could say Mario & Luigi is the premier Mario RPG series, since all of the games are RPGs, but that series is dead. And trust me, saying that hurt me more than it was for you to hear it. The Thousand Year Door remake just came out a while ago, and it is safe to say it is a great success. Great reviews, great sales, the return of the classic battle system to the series. Vivian, what more could you ask for? Well, the consensus with most Paper Mario fans, or rather the more vocal ones, is that this is what the future of the Paper Mario series should be. Turn-based battles with experience points, well-written stories with dialogue dripping with charm, unlocking partners and new moves for Mario to further explore the world and unlock secrets. No more Sticker Star, Color Splash, or Origami King, baby! It's smooth sailing. And what do I, the #1 Origami King enjoyer, have to say to that? You are correct, sir! Huh? I love the Thousand Year Door and the Origami King because they're both great games that have strengths and weaknesses over one another, both representing the best and worst aspects of their series. I want the next Paper Mario to take notes from both of these games and be a combination of the best aspects of this series, and be a celebration of it, while fixing and streamlining some of the series' fallings. The TTYD has the best battle system in the series, with it being a step-up improvement from the original's battle system, with more quality of life changes such as health points for your allies, the stage setting that can keep the battles more interesting and surprising, as the random stage props and equipment can quickly change the flow of battle and keep the player on their toes, and one of the most in-depth level-up systems and mechanics in the series in the form of the batch system, letting the player choose which stat to prioritize over the other, whether it be HP, FP, or BP, really emphasizing replayability, like doing an all-badge run using the badges to obtain through exploration to strengthen Mario & Co. to suit any kind of playstyle, and give them more ways to kill an enemy than a Saw movie. With all of that said, pretty clear cut, right? Well, yes, but actually no. I love the TTYD, but I'm not going to pretend it's perfect, and it has its flaws, and it's the level design and backtracking. Now, every Paper Mario game, good or bad, has its moments of backtracking, some worse than others. And while the remake of TTYD does add some quality of life fixes to address the backtracking, and while it's greatly appreciated, it still doesn't change the fact that the majority of TTYD's level design just has you going back and forward, back and forward. That and in my opinion, the lackluster puzzles, leading the portions of exploring the world to be not as memorable or enjoyable as the battles. Not outright bad, just not where the game excels at. It's kinda like an inverse of my views on Origami King, where the level, world, and puzzle designs are the highlight of the game, where the battle system and bosses are good, but have a lot more issues. I do love the puzzle element of the battle system, turning and sliding the tiles in just enough time without spending coins to achieve the bonus after lining up enemies just right. But it ain't perfect. The lack of experience points leads to a lack of necessity for battling when your only reward is coins, something you can already find in the overworld in much bigger amounts. And my hot take is that I actually enjoy the item managing element of combat and the durability mechanic of the weapons, but the lack of FP means there's nothing stopping you from dipping into that large pool of money to buy stronger weapons and just spamming the stronger attack without any consequences, besides wearing them down faster. And while the bosses are fun, swapping the battle system on its head for these, where now the boss is in the center circle and Mario must make a path to the boss for the optimal attack, changing the format only for the bosses leaves me kerfuffled, since it's so rare to fight in this format. The battle system may fall flat, but on the other hand, the Origami King has some of the best overworld and dungeon design in the series. It may not be on the same level as Zelda level design, but that's not what I'm asking for. Just really well-constructed maps with well-designed puzzles and great incentives for exploration, like finding the toads in some really creative hiding spots and Paper Mario's spin on the old video game tradition of Origami King, I believe, is the peak of the series' overworld exploration and dungeon crawling elements, but not the series' peak of combat. I believe there's an equilibrium that can be achieved with the next Paper Mario game, one that takes advantage of the strengths of both games and canceling out their weaknesses. And before any of you real Paper Mario fans have a conniption from me saying both TTYD and Origami King have strengths over the other, because I swear Paper Mario the Origami King is like a slur to these people, let me say something I think most Paper Mario fans can agree on. Sticker Star stunk. What do we have here? The worst RPG I ever played? It must stand for repetitive, patronizing, and gutless! Yeah, you tell them. Oh yeah, the only game in this series that doesn't make me want to keep playing. And you. I never played you, but I'm sure you're mid. Hey, I just got here. What's going on? Glad I got that out of my system. So to summarize, I believe the next Paper Mario game should bring the best of every game in the series. 64 and TTYD's great battle system, a great and unforgettable story like in Super, the one thing that game did right. Sticker Star's, the Sombrero Guys! Everyone loves the Sombrero Guys! Make one of the partners in the new game a Sombrero Guy, and give him a mustache too. Oh, partners! Everyone loves those guys! Bring those back with their own abilities and have a complicated great level design similar to Origami King in quality. We're gonna go beyond to release Match Color Splash in the writing category, since I believe it holds the title for the funniest game in the series, and wrap it all up together in Paper Mario's series staple charm and high quality presentation, something I believe every game in the series embodies very well. And there you have it. That's my wish list for the next Paper Mario game. Something that I think will make most Paper Mario fans happy, and not be an embarrassing clusterfuck of clowns when the next game isn't exactly what they wanted. But whatever it is, I'll be there to play it. Love it or hate it, probably like it, and watch the fanbase completely implode on itself about the game about paper making jokes about paper. Talk about their skin being